Hi guys. Roxy just going past in the background. So, bit of a sad realisation yesterday. We've just been battered by another storm. Just high winds all the time for about 48 hours now. Just dropped really this morning, but due to be picking up again for the rest of the day and into the evening. We'd already realised over the years that the electric tape just really isn't up to the job. We started off in the early days with like your standard white electric tape. Used to sort of get stretched by the wind all the time. Then we upgraded to better brown electric tape. Then eventually we upgraded to really thick, super expensive green electric tape. And they just can't withstand the gale force winds that we get here on a really regular basis, it seems. What happens is they stretch for one thing, then we tighten it up, stretch, tighten it up, and then eventually it snaps the tiny little metal wires that run through the fencing. Then another problem is that they create friction. The tape creates friction against the plastic isolator that keeps it off of the posts, and eventually cuts through. The friction cuts through the tape. That's another problem we have. The force of the wind against the better, stronger tape actually starts to damage and break the isolators, because the tape manages to withstand the wind, but then the isolators don't. And now we're even getting to the point where some of the posts are becoming loose, because they're just constantly like this, with the wind and the tape like vibrated against them all the time. So some of the posts that have been put in less well on the back fit, well, not less well, we went through a very short phase of thinking that we would use more rustic posts on the backfields that you couldn't see because of cost. But they're just really not they're not long enough, they're not fit for purpose. So we've actually only ended up with one field done in rustic posts, which is fine. They're fine, but again, you sort of live and learn. So for the new fields that we were creating, we already realised that we would need to use a different material, that we couldn't continue with the tape. But as of yesterday, so yesterday was Sunday, so prior to that, Monday last week, me and Roxy spent about 4 hours repairing tape, improving what we've already got here, and checking that the electric was running through everywhere, cutting out bits of damaged tape, replacing it with good tape to try and just improve the longevity, improve the life of the tape, increase the life of the tape, only to then on Friday be greeted by the tape broken in 2 different places. Yesterday the tape was broken in 2 different places. This morning the tape is broken in one place and an isolator is broken in a different place. It just goes on and on and on and on. So we've ordered new materials for the new fields, but we have now had the realisation that we may have to use those materials on our existing fields. So we have a decision to make. Do we make new fields, move the horses into the new fields, then go around and repair our old fields, or do we replace what we've already got? Bit of a tough one really, and a bit disappointing. It all comes down to number crunching at the end of the day. We can't afford to buy 2 sets of the new material at the moment, so something to think about over the next couple of days while we wait for Mitch to come home and while we wait for the products to arrive.